Hello everyone, I'm Milk Tea, and today I'd like to give my opinion on Ballionare. This is episode 1 of my series where I go through my backlog of games and I give my raw opinion on them. No really big edits, no big cuts, just me giving my thoughts on the game a bit after I've played them. Of course, I don't want to do this right after I played them, so there's no recency bias. Today's game is Ballionare. Ballionare is a new roguelike that recently came out and has really caught my eye. I really enjoy roguelikes, and a lot of roguelikes I've played have always been my favorite games. I think the factor of just playing something until you get better at them, I think that's always caught my eye. Throwing your head against a wall until it breaks, basically. And that's why it really interests me. I love roguelikes, and I've always enjoyed them. Now, Ballionare was a little bit of no exception, to be honest with you. When the game came out, I was incredibly excited, and that's a lie. I didn't know about the game when it first came out. I knew about it like maybe 1 or 2 weeks after. But with the winter sale, of course I bought it. It was a little bit cheaper, and I came and played the game. I was really excited to play the game, and I was playing with one of my friends. One of my friends was really excited to watch me play the game, and I could stream it for him, and it was really enjoyable. Now, the game itself was interesting. If you don't know what Ballionare is, as you can see on the screen, it's a roguelike gambling game, basically. It's more gambling than Ballionare is. I forget the exact term of it. Actually, give me 1 second. I know the exact term of it would be like what would it even be? Pinball, yeah, I guess pinball. So, a roguelike pinball game, and that comes with a lot of interesting feelings. Like, when I hear roguelike pinball game, I get really excited. I think that's really interesting. I'd love to try that. I love roguelike games in general. I have 400 plus hours in Ballionare, nearly 500, 200 in Gungeon, 200 in Dead Cells, things like that. I really love roguelike games. So when I hear new roguelike comes out, people are playing it, I get really excited. I think, wow, this is something I can really put some more time into. Now, the game came out, and or 2 weeks after it comes out, it goes on sale, I buy it. And I start playing. And at first, I get really excited, new mechanics, I have to learn the game, and not everyone loves learning new mechanics, but I enjoy it, especially when it's a roguelike. Now, here's where my issue comes in. So, I play the game, and I'm having time of my life. I'm streaming to my friends, because I love showing my friends what I'm into. I think who doesn't? And the game is really enjoyable. Now, my issue with the game really comes with that at first I played this game for 2 hours, and I was like really having the time of my life, and then I beat the game and I'm winning runs, and it's okay, and I like go with a certain build. My first run was a food build, and it was really interesting, and it was really fun. I don't know, up on screen you'll probably see the build. It was really great. It'd be a bunch of food, a bunch of teleporters, and then like the mouth on the bottom with the ×2 on it, so it gives me a lot of score. And it was a really great run. I think I had a lot of fun with it, and then I go to the next run, and then I go into the next run, and then I go to the next run. And I think on my 4th or 5th run, maybe even 6th, I don't even know how many runs I'd done at that point, I got really bored. I thought it was a very great game at first, and it's fun. But for me personally, after I played it for 3 hours, and after that 3rd hour, right at that 3rd hour, I just felt like, yeah, I'm done with this game. I enjoyed it. When I had played the game, it wasn't with this series in mind, really. It was just, I really wanted to play this game. I love roguelikes. I always love roguelikes. So when the game finishes, when I finished playing and I stopped and I closed the game, I didn't really have the feeling where, like, I really want to go back to that game. And I think that's my issue with the game. Games that make you feel like you want to come back. Ballionare, most roguelikes, personally, and most, like, FPS shooter, everything. A game that makes you want to come back is what I would consider a good game. This game was a good game. It made me want to come back for the first 3 hours, and I had fun for the first 3 hours. But after those first 3 hours, I really felt like I had done all I could, and it was great. The soundtrack was amazing. The gameplay was good, but it just, like, the way the replay mechanics work, where it's like you kind of just, there's a lot of RNG. It's a bit too much for me. Like, I'd have some times where the ball just goes completely left, and it ruins my entire experience. Now, that's not the game's fault. That's my fault. That's my fault for not being able to enjoy, like, that much RNG. Now, I can't blame the game for that, but I can say that personally, it didn't seem that enjoyable for me. I really wanted it to be, and I really hoped it was going to be, but it just didn't. And that's not the game's fault. Again, It just, but I wish I could have enjoyed it because it's a roguelike and I love roguelikes. But this game had done its best, and it had really great mechanics with the perks. I don't know what they're called again, but the perks and all the abilities and all the things you can build. It was really interesting, and maybe, you know what, maybe one of these days I go back to it and I enjoy it more and make an update on this video and I'll tell you. But as of now, it really didn't keep me hooked for long enough to the point where I could enjoy the game for multiple hours on end. Now, that's not the game's fault. Again, that's my fault. Maybe I didn't enjoy that kind of genre to that extent that I thought I did. But from my personal opinion, through the person that believes that they love that genre, I just thought the game had gotten really repetitive a little too fast. I understand that roguelikes are meant to be repetitive to a certain extent, but this one just got really boring. It really couldn't keep me attached and felt like I wanted to play more. But that's fine. I don't think every game needs to be a game that you play for 50, 100, 200 hours. Some games just keep you in for a little bit, and that's good enough. Some games just end really fast too. Look at games like Firewatch. That game was a really short game, but it was still very, very enjoyable. And that's not the game's fault. That's how the game was made. But with Ballionare, it just couldn't keep me attached, and I really wish it could have. But that's fine. I love the game. It was a great game. I don't say I love it. I don't love it, I don't think, but I liked it. I liked it for however long I played it, and that's really all I have to say about it. It was a fun game. It really felt really repetitive, really fast. It couldn't keep me hooked on to get me back in, and that's not the game's fault again. Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm blaming myself too much, but that's fine. Anyway, this is episode 1, finishing my backlog gaming. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. I stream me playing all the games that I plan to finish on my backlog on my Twitch on twitch.tv/m1lk_T_. T doesn't have to be capital, but that's besides the point. If you guys have any suggestions for what game to play next, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Bye.